Imagine a crystal-clear sky, the sun shining brightly on a bustling airport, planes gracefully taking off and landing, a symphony of motion and sound. But on this seemingly ordinary day, something extraordinary, something unsettling, was about to unfold. An event so bizarre it would send chills down the spines of even the most seasoned aviation experts. This is the story of the forgotten flight, a tale shrouded in mystery and unanswered questions. A flight that landed itself, devoid of any human presence, its passengers and crew vanished without a trace. How could a modern aircraft, a marvel of engineering, land smoothly without a pilot at the helm? Where did everyone on board disappear to, leaving behind an eerie silence that echoed through the empty cabin? It began like any other day at the airport. Air traffic controllers guided flights, their voices calm and steady as they navigated the aerial ballet. Then, a blip on the radar, a flight scheduled to arrive, appeared to be approaching the runway. But something wasn't right. The usual chatter from the cockpit, the routine confirmations and updates were absent. The air traffic controller tried to contact the flight, his voice laced with concern as he repeated his calls. His calls were met with an unnerving silence, a silence that spoke volumes. The plane, however, continued its descent, its landing gear deploying with an eerie precision that belied the lack of human control. The plane touched down on the runway with an almost gentle thud, rolling to a stop as if guided by an invisible hand. Airport personnel watched in disbelief, their eyes wide with a mixture of awe and apprehension. Emergency vehicles, sirens blaring, raced towards the aircraft, their lights flashing across the tarmac in a desperate attempt to pierce the growing darkness of the situation. First responders, their faces etched with worry, prepared themselves for the unknown. As they cautiously approached the aircraft, a chilling realization washed over them. The plane was eerily silent, the doors remained closed, the windows dark and lifeless. What they would find inside would shock the world and raise more questions than answers, forever cementing this flight as a chilling enigma in the annals of aviation history. Flight 714, a routine airliner embarked from a bustling metropolis to a tropical paradise. On board were families and business travelers, unaware their journey would take a terrifying turn. The seasoned crew prepared for takeoff, the captain calm and focused. As the plane soared, it vanished, leaving unanswered questions and eerie silence. Hours into the flight, as the sun began its descent, air traffic control picked up something unusual. A faint, garbled transmission crackled through the speakers. It was Flight 714, but the voice wasn't the captain's. The controller strained to decipher the message. The voice, distorted and panicked, spoke of chaos on board. Then, silence. Frantic calls to Flight 714 were met with eerie static. The controller alerted his superiors, his voice trembling. The room fell silent, the weight of the situation pressing down. A sense of dread permeated the air as the realization dawned. Flight 714 had vanished. As minutes turned into an agonizing eternity, a frantic search effort was launched. Search and rescue teams were dispatched, their planes and helicopters scouring the vast expanse of ocean where Flight 714 had last made contact. Hopes dwindled with each passing hour. The plane, as if swallowed by the sky itself, had vanished without a trace. The mystery deepened with every passing moment, leaving investigators baffled and families of the passengers and crew in a state of agonizing limbo. Theories abounded, ranging from catastrophic mechanical failure to sudden severe weather phenomena, but none could fully explain the utter lack of evidence. The disappearance of Flight 714 was shaping up to be one of the most perplexing aviation mysteries of all time. Investigators, their faces etched with determination, pored over radar data, flight plans, and weather reports, desperately searching for any clue that could shed light on the fate of Flight 714. Their efforts, however, were met with frustration, as every lead seemed to hit a dead end. The ocean depths where the plane was suspected to have crashed offered no solace. the unforgiving waters holding their secrets close. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. But the mystery of Flight 714 remained unsolved, a haunting reminder that even in this age of advanced technology, there are still forces beyond our understanding. The families of the passengers and crew, their hopes dwindling with each passing day, clung to the slimmest of possibilities, praying for a miracle that seemed increasingly unlikely. The world watched, captivated by the mystery, yet powerless to do anything but wait and wonder what had happened to Flight 714, the plane that vanished into thin air. The eerie silence emanating from the landed plane was deafening. Emergency responders, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and adrenaline, cautiously made their way into the aircraft. The air inside was heavy, thick with an unnatural stillness, as if time itself had stopped. The scene that greeted them was both perplexing and unsettling. The cabin lights were dim, casting long, eerie shadows across the rows of empty seats. Meal trays lay untouched, drinks abandoned mid-sip, magazines splayed open as if frozen in time, personal belongings lay scattered about, books, purses, jackets, remnants of lives that had seemingly vanished into thin air. The air was thick with the unsettling feeling that something was terribly wrong, that they had stumbled upon something truly unexplainable. The cockpit was even more unsettling. The pilot and co-pilot seats were empty, the controls untouched, yet the plane had landed itself with an almost impossible precision. The instruments glowed eerily in the darkness, their readings indicating a normal flight until the abrupt silence. Investigators, their faces grim, meticulously documented every detail, searching for any clue that could explain the unexplainable. Fingerprints were dusted, DNA samples collected, but the plane seemed devoid of any human trace, as if it had been wiped clean. The mystery deepened, casting a long shadow of doubt over the investigation. Had the passengers and crew been abducted mid-flight? Had they somehow been transported to another dimension, leaving behind no trace of their existence? As investigators delved deeper into the mystery, they stumbled upon a chilling detail captured on security footage from the airport. While reviewing the tapes of passengers boarding Flight 714, they noticed a lone figure, shrouded in shadows, standing at the edge of the frame. The figure, tall and slender, seemed to be observing the passengers as they boarded, their face hidden from view. Attempts to enhance the image proved futile, the figure's features remaining frustratingly obscured. The discovery sent a chill down their spines. Was this the unseen passenger, the entity responsible for the disappearance of Flight 714's passengers and crew? Had they been watching, waiting for the opportune moment to strike? Days turned into weeks, and the investigation into the disappearance of Flight 714 hit a wall. Every lead led to a dead end. Every clue seemed to raise more questions than answers. The mystery deepened, baffling even the most seasoned investigators. Theories abounded, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some whispered of alien abductions, while others speculated about government conspiracies. But in the absence of evidence, the truth remained elusive, shrouded in a veil of mystery. The world watched in fascination and horror as the story of Flight 714, the plane that landed itself, unfolded. The incident became a chilling reminder that even in our modern age, there are forces beyond our comprehension, mysteries that defy explanation. Night had fallen, casting an oppressive blanket of darkness over the airport. The only sounds were the hum of distant aircraft and the eerie whine of the wind whistling through the terminal. It was against this backdrop of shadows and silence that Flight 714 materialized on the radar, a ghost ship returning from the abyss. Air traffic control, their voices tight with apprehension, guided the spectral aircraft towards the runway, their words echoing in the tense silence of the tower. Every instinct screamed that something was terribly wrong, yet the plane descended with an almost unnatural grace, its landing gear deploying with silent precision. On the tarmac below, emergency vehicles assembled, their lights painting the scene in strobing hues of red and blue. First responders, their faces etched with a mixture of anticipation and dread, stood ready, their eyes fixed on the approaching aircraft, their minds racing with unsettling possibilities. The plane taxied to a halt, its engines sighing into silence, leaving behind an almost deafening quiet. The first responders, their footsteps echoing on the tarmac, approached cautiously, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, illuminating the plane's exterior. The door, usually bustling with activity, stood eerily ajar, as if beckoning them inside. With a mix of trepidation and morbid curiosity, they boarded the aircraft, their hearts pounding in their chests. The scene that greeted them was both surreal and deeply unsettling. The cabin, usually abuzz with the murmurs of passengers, was eerily silent, the air thick with an unnatural stillness. Every seat was empty, personal belongings scattered about as if frozen in time. Meal trays lay half-full, drinks abandoned, mid-sip magazines splayed open on seats, their pages ruffled by an unseen force. The air was heavy with the weight of unanswered questions, the palpable sense that something was terribly, terribly wrong. The cockpit, the nerve center of the aircraft, was equally eerie. The captain's chair was empty, the controls untouched, yet the plane had landed itself with an almost impossible precision. The instrument panel, usually a symphony of blinking lights and digital displays, was dark, save for the faint glow of the emergency lighting. Back at the airport, investigators pored over security footage, searching for any clue that could explain the unexplainable. They stumbled upon a chilling detail, a shadowy figure, their features obscured, lurking in the background of several frames, their gaze fixed on the camera. Was this the unseen passenger, the entity responsible for the disappearance of Flight 714's passengers and crew? Whispers of the supernatural began to circulate, fueled by the lack of a rational explanation. The story of Flight 714, the plane that landed itself, spread like wildfire, capturing the imaginations and fears of people around the world. Was it a mechanical malfunction, a hijacking gone wrong, or something far more sinister? Days turned into weeks, and the investigation into the disappearance of Flight 714's passengers and crew continued. But the mystery only deepened. The plane, a steel and aluminum enigma, offered no answers, its silence as unsettling as the questions it posed. The families of the missing were left in a state of agonizing limbo, their hopes dwindling with each passing day. The story of Flight 714 became a chilling reminder that even in our modern age, there are still forces beyond our comprehension, mysteries that defy explanation. The plane that landed itself would forever be etched in the annals of aviation history, a ghost ship forever adrift in the sea of the unknown. The mystery of Flight 714 served as a stark reminder that even in our technologically advanced world, there are still forces beyond our understanding, events that defy rational explanation. The unsettling silence left by Flight 714 wasn't just echoing through the empty corridors of the airport, but also through the global consciousness. News of the ghost plane, as it was quickly dubbed, spread like wildfire, igniting imaginations and fueling speculation from bustling cities to quiet towns. Online forums buzzed with theories, each more outlandish than the last. Some whispered of alien abductions, pointing to the lack of any distress signal and the seemingly impossible landing as evidence of extraterrestrial intervention. Others, their voices laced with fear and suspicion, spoke of government conspiracies, secret experiments gone wrong, and cover-ups designed to hide the truth from the public. The more rational voices, attempting to ground the discussion in logic and evidence, proposed theories of mechanical failure, sudden decompression, or even a rogue pilot. Yet, even these explanations seemed to fall short, unable to fully account for the utter lack of a struggle. The neatly arranged seats, the eerie silence that permeated every aspect of the case. Aviation experts, their faces etched with bewilderment, struggled to comprehend how a modern aircraft, equipped with sophisticated autopilot systems, could have landed itself with such precision without any human intervention. The lack of a distress call, the absence of any erratic flight patterns, only deepened the mystery. defying conventional explanations. Forensic psychologists, delving into the psyches of the missing passengers and crew, searched for any clue, any sign of a motive, a reason that could explain their disappearance. Was it a mass suicide pact, a carefully orchestrated abduction? The lack of any concrete evidence only fueled the flames of speculation, casting a long shadow of doubt over every theory. Despite the tireless efforts of investigators, scientists, and armchair detectives alike, the mystery of Flight 714 remained unsolved. The silence of the missing passengers and crew was deafening, their absence a gaping hole in the fabric of reality. The story of Flight 714 transcended the realm of simple aviation mystery, becoming a modern-day parable, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires and debated in hushed tones. It tapped into our primal fears of the unknown, the unsettling possibility that our carefully constructed realities are nothing more than fragile illusions, easily shattered by forces beyond our comprehension. The incident served as a stark reminder that for all our technological advancements, our understanding of the universe remains incomplete. There are still corners of our world, pockets of darkness, where the rules of logic and reason seem to bend, where the impossible might just be possible. Some saw in the mystery of Flight 714 a validation of their beliefs in the paranormal, a sign that we are not alone in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Others, their faith in science unshaken, clung to the belief that a rational explanation, however improbable, would eventually emerge from the shadows. Years have passed since the disappearance of Flight 714, yet the mystery lingers, its tendrils reaching out from the past, refusing to let go. The missing passengers and crew have never been found, their fates forever intertwined with the enigma of the ghost plane. The incident continues to haunt the aviation industry, a cautionary tale whispered in hushed tones in the control towers and hangars of airports around the world. Security protocols were reviewed, safety measures enhanced, yet the unsettling question remained: could it happen again? The mystery of Flight 714 serves as a stark reminder that even in our technologically advanced world, there are still forces beyond our understanding, events that defy rational explanation. It is a story that continues to fascinate and frighten, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. And as long as the truth remains elusive, the legend of the plane that landed itself will continue to echo through the corridors of time, a haunting reminder of the fragility of our reality and the mysteries that lie beyond our grasp. The disappearance of Flight 714 continues to haunt the annals of aviation history, a chilling reminder that even in our age of technological marvels, there are still forces beyond our comprehension. The plane that landed itself, devoid of human life yet strangely pristine, remains an enigma, a steel and aluminum sphinx posing riddles that no one has been able to solve. Where did the passengers and crew go? Were they victims of a hijacking gone wrong, their fates hidden beneath layers of secrecy and misinformation? Did some catastrophic mechanical failure, a silent gremlin in the aircraft's intricate systems, send Flight 714 spiraling into the abyss, leaving no trace of its passage? Or did something far stranger occur on that fateful flight, something that challenges our understanding of the laws of physics, the boundaries of our reality? Did Flight 714, as some whispered, become entangled with forces beyond our understanding, transported to another dimension, lost in a fold in the fabric of space and time? Despite years of investigation, the truth behind Flight 714's disappearance remains elusive. Official reports offer no definitive answers, leaving a void filled with speculation and conspiracy theories. The families, their lives forever altered, cling to fading hopes, their grief compounded by the lack of closure. Were their loved ones victims of fate or something more sinister? The unsettling truth is that we may never know. The enduring mystery of Flight 714 serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the capricious nature of fate. The passengers and crew boarded that plane on a seemingly ordinary day, unaware they were embarking on a journey into the unknown, a one-way trip beyond the reach of maps and radar. The story of the plane that landed itself continues to fascinate and frighten, a haunting reminder that some questions may never have answers. The disappearance of Flight 714 serves as a haunting reminder that some stories don't have neat endings, that some mysteries may never be solved. The plane that landed itself, a silent enigma suspended between the realms of the known and the unknown, continues to beckon us, inviting us to explore the shadowy corners of our world, the places where logic and reason falter. It is a story that challenges us to confront our fears, to acknowledge the limits of our understanding, and to accept that some questions may never have answers. And in that acceptance, perhaps, we can find a strange comfort, a humbling reminder of the vastness of the universe and the enduring power of the unknown.